How goes, dude?
Goes well. We're
Good.
doing well. How are you, bro?
Real good. What's new, dude? Did you actually quit?
So, context to that, I was using couches to supplement income in the fall as a full-time student and missionary, which I,
Yep.
I felt God leading me to for a season. Didn't know why, but I knew that meant I wasn't collecting income in the week,
Yep.
besides fundraising, and I just wasn't okay. I don't like the feeling of not being productive in some sort on weekends and not having any income. We started on the weekends there. I didn't know what I was doing and made enough, a little bit. I then that launched me into 2 months of full-time missions, traveling, preaching gospel on college campuses, evangelizing, hosting worship nights.
Sick.
Um, so coming home from that was, which was March. I had all these opportunities available and kind of was praying on, just thinking on like, what am I passionate about right now? What's something I want to try? Since I had a season to potentially try something new or return back to what I was doing. And I wanted to go full time on couches here, paired with a part time job still at the church.
Yep.
So that's now we're week 5, I think. But I have just over a month of doing this 30 hours plus a week.
Mm.
That's where we're at
And,
there.
and
Every week's better than the last.
so
As
sick.
I figure out system, that's I can share that with everyone in my life optimistically. Is I put in more work, as I figure out market's better, as I get my own crap down, right? We could be unorganized, you get the best inventory, then it's kind of, hey man, you still suck.
Hmm.
Every week's been better. Last week was my best week. This month, I think I'll meet my goal of the month. Yeah,
Dope. What are,
going
what are
well.
numbers?
Let me pull that up for you. Last week was killer. Last week I did 2,500 in revenue,
So sick, dude.
which is like it's crazy. If I did that in a month in the fall, I'd be pumped. This was a weeks of revenue. Still have a couple. I'm still learning the buying deal and
Hmm.
quality. But I
Hmm.
had one that was over a four-digit profit. It was the first four-digit profit. That was dope.
Those are exciting, eh?
Yeah, it was. And the transaction, the customer, everything to it was just like, wow, thank you, God. It wasn't just the,
Easier,
where's your couch and
easier
move
at high
on.
ticket, do you think?
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
certain. Especially when you add in things like delivery fees and such. I bet local cultures matter as far as different people doing this, but I've had a
Hmm.
rough time quoting deliveries here. I'm in Southern California.
Hmm.
On these 500-ish or less dollar items, this people want it less or want a deal. So
Hmm.
with bigger ticket, as I said, at delivery quotes, it's truthfully of like, I could $100 an hour round trip. That's not, I have a trailer rental, so I'm knocking out $50 on whatever I take home.
Hmm.
Um, but it was the case that I got multiple people asking for it for a whole week. I didn't change asking price, and I got full ask plus delivery. So
Sick.
yes, much easier and higher ticket. And it was a
Yeah, man.
great
The worst
product. So
drama is free couches and then selling them for like 150 because that demographic who's buying they don't got it. Like it's
yeah,
way more fun to furnish living rooms of nice homes.
yeah. Or people who, this wasn't nice home. This was owner who built trophy trucks inland
Cool.
from us, and like total solid guy, family man, wanted a nice couch and still getting a deal. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's been the experience so far all around. Some exceptions, but
Wicked, man. I'm happy for you. Yeah,
yes,
it's a
thank you.
dope transition gig, right? Like it's like full time money but part time effort, and to be able to supplement, like to have like missionary is your purpose, but it's like Bill still got to get paid, so couches just fills the gaps so well.
Exactly. It's over 300 staff in this local organization that are full-time missionaries, and some of them are bivocational to where they're supplementing income outside. Paul built tents. Like this has been a thing going on forever. But that opportunity, I think for you is a great pitch because I know a lot of people now who ask what I'm doing, right? And yeah, for me it's amazing. I could be available in ministry, not in a position where I'm demanding or needing X amount dollar amount from the
Hmm.
church to continue on. So that's been the absolute best part of this month. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm able to do what I feel led to do in ministry in still a greater capacity, because it isn't a 40, 50 hour work week doing couches. It's a part-time gig,
Yeah,
and supplement. I mean, last week's numbers were nuts. We'll see if, or
that's
every week's been better. So the goal is to keep going up.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like I did a disservice by making my handle the full-time flipper, because it's not a full-time gig. Like, I'm still like, if I can do 2 days of pickups a week, I'm sustaining. 3, I'm killing it. And then just deliveries when it happens with kids in the back, bribe them with Timbits to be compliant for the trip kind of thing. But
yeah, it's definitely something I'm learning from full-time for the month. I'm 30-hour minimum, and some weeks I went over that. And that's including studying, that's including like everything, right? Factoring on the hours there. There's more work to put in initially if you're trying to start filling lockers and just bringing cash flow, right? So for me, it's like, I want $1,000 a month on lockers. I've won. We opened a locker first of the month, 19th now. I want 4 lockers at this place or wherever I go, and to develop enough capital to be able to have that and have inventory to fill it. While I don't want to pull out my current capital, because there's lessons I have to learn from buying bad couches still, so I don't want to go risk of, I got 1 locker full of duds and 3 lockers full of goldies. So I feel like the very first 4 to 8 weeks can be a full-time gig, just hustling. But after that, once you have situated and you're filled, and you're just waiting on sales.
Yeah, acquisition is the work, right? It's like that's our plowing the field, planting the seeds, watering, everything like that. But then harvest is just running a delivery and boom, money in the bank.
Yeah, when you have good stuff. And you know how it is. Some days or weeks are just momentum, other weeks aren't. I had 1 week where I had 1 or 2 small sales. Last week was 3 solids, and
yeah, I was pretty light on sales last week, but probably reflected effort. I probably should have done a relist. Probably shouldn't have gone golfing twice, but c'est la vie. It was a fun week anyway.
That's all good. I'm definitely curious to learn more of what that effort looks like, because by now I'm learning from experience of probably twice of the week I'm doing hard relists and sometimes greater market research. If I have a post that's sitting, I'm going to interact with AI or something of that sort and just say, hey, did you catch anything I didn't? I feel like on your end, there's more to communicate that I'm learning from experience now, which is fine. But about what that effort looks like when you have posts made, but stuff isn't moving, because there's totally things you could do to influence, especially marketplace.
Yeah. Have you gotten into groups? Have you been posting in groups? And are they custom posts in groups, or is it just like when you're posting on marketplace where there's like the check boxes to also post to these groups kind of thing?
At 12 local check boxes. The only reason I haven't custom yet is because I'm still having good inventory and inventory, and I don't want inventory a part of my brand almost.
Yeah, okay.
It's like the way that's mixed in there. It's like I want to be in a position where everything I got's north of 500, and quality, I suppose, more on condition. I want everything to be a match condition. And I'm still, showing up to some buys where it's like, oh crap, this is less than what I thought it was going to be. And if I get a deal, still taking it in. That's kind of the deal there. So I want to, when I have 10 items at a time and that's flattened out, I follow your group listings with pictures and all that. And they look great. So
cool.
Want to try it.
Cool. Yeah, that's been pretty transformational. And there's an element of laziness superiority when posting in the groups, where when I go balls to the wall with putting text and prices on the photos so that there are no questions, the post doesn't do very well because there's no engagement. But when I do it the lazy way and just throw up pictures, it's engagement bait for how much for this one, how much for this one. And then very quickly that becomes the highest performing post in the group that day.
Wow. And interesting.
Too. So it's kind of, I'm setting myself up for inconvenience in the sense that I have to now reply to a bunch of stuff, but the reach is like 20x.
Interesting. Now, is that interaction with the post that the algorithm's picking up on, is that mostly DMs? Because I'll look at it and I'll see a handful of comments at most on yours.
The comments. The comments.
What do you think's sparking it? What interactions?
It's kind of a chain reaction in that one person's comment means that now that is posting into someone else's feed. Now they're on it. Even if they're not commenting, they're scrolling to look, and it's time on the listing. Like whatever stops the scroll is bonus points or whatever. analytics the proper word would be. But yeah, some people are commenting, some people are just scrolling, some people are liking, but it all just feeds and snowballs. So and it pisses some people off because maybe I'll, on the days that I do those posts, I'll throw notifications on, and I am kind of glued to my phone for that day, just so that I can foster that momentum and stoke that fire. But and then other days where I want to be a little more standoff, but I still want to get a little bit of action going in groups, I'll post with a little more effort with text and prices so that it's a little more. And on those days, it'll be no comments, but more DMs of just like, hey, can I see the video for this one?
Okay. That's so. Is there a day of the week too that you? I feel like there's so much you have here to teach because this is like potentially. I mean, this is brand building in some extent. Like you're putting a name out here as a couch guy in posts, which
Yep.
otherwise you only do face to face. Has your experience been you're finding reoccurring customers or people who are interested in the brand more than one product, or anything of that
The
sort? These
the
are these people
conversion
still
to
just
go
finding what
for
they want?
yeah, the conversion to go for is from groups to your group. So that
Gotcha.
yeah, so that's been super helpful. And my group's up to I
It's
think
huge.
1,500 followers, but
Yeah.
it's not all helpful. I'm having people in the States join just because the algorithm put it in their feed, and I'm public, and
Yeah.
but even still, like it's free engagement, so I'm not denying anybody to get in the group.
Hmm.
So there's pros and cons there. Like the 1,500 isn't a true number, but for the validation and the social aspect, there's some benefit to it too. But
Yes.
crazy superior to just having marketplace followers because they don't get a notification for anything. But if they're in the group, then then it becomes something that pops in their feed.
Was it easy to funnel in marketplace followers into the group? Because that's something I'm gaining probably 2 followers a week and 3,000, 4,000 interactions a week right now. And I'm
Um,
trying to learn now how to use this as lead building since,
hmm Well, look at any of my marketplace listings. The punchline is if you want to see my listings first, join my group. And then there's a link there. So from marketplace
okay,
listings, they can they can navigate to the group from there. So
okay,
just that CTA. And then also a CTA on the group, like buy and sell group posts of if you want to see them first, join the group.
yeah. Is there a day of the week that you're posting into either of those?
Um,
Posting into groups, it seems like you do it separate than when you initially make the listing, but I can't tell. Yeah, you do because you're making a, slideshow almost. Is there a day of the
yeah,
week or is it just a day that you have more freed up?
I think I'm definitely favoring Thursday and Friday on the mindset of people getting paid and having margin for a new couch. But that I think the best time is probably evenings when people are getting home from work and checking their phone. It's kind of like it's the same with my Instagram post. It's I want to drop a worm in a bucket when the fish are hungry, and
Yeah,
the fish are hungry when they are checking their phone. So like I'll have a 10 a.m. Instagram post that does well because people are on break at work checking their phone real quick, but something about 1 p.m. is dead. But then it picks up again at
interesting.
6 p.m. or sometimes you get lucky with an 8 p.m. So there's not necessarily consistencies. There's just some observations. But
Yeah, yeah. I'm learning from Mike's. I had a Thursday pickup post, whatever. I posted it that night, 7, and I pretty much turned the phone off, whatever. So I had stuff to do that night. Wake up the next morning, like 6 or 7 DMs. Things sold within like 2 hours of me being awake.
sick.
I
And
came
that
and
was an
got it.
evening.
It was a Thursday. It was past the evening deal. It was probably 8 o'clock when it got posted. And it was the best listing I've had. It was a great couch, and I
Yep.
realized I underpriced it a little bit. But I was really trying to pick up like what was different here. It seems like the analytics just skewered it, so it was just getting put out to the most people.
That's
Um,
sick.
but that's a social media game that you've got the eye for by now. That, um, yeah, I feel we're probably learning from experience because all that happened here was, I mean, just got so many impressions.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell you the day of the week probably mattered. This listing just went off. I mean, 2x
hmm
anything else I'm posting on a Thursday for a almost equal quality listing.
Yeah. If you can drop it during the brain rot windows for most people, like when like nobody watches Netflix anymore. They put on Netflix, but then they pull their phone out, and it's those times of days I think that is a good time to drop a worm in the bucket.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh man, I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you. That's so sick. What would you say to anybody who's
Thank you,
on the
man.
fence?
Honestly, usually I'm a push off the fence guy. On this, stay on the fence to something reasonable, but just go start and try. You have a
Hmm.
garage, you could with an SUV or go rent a trailer if you have a hitch. Like get rolling and just try and buy very selectively and watch 200 profits drop in.
Yeah.
And then just let that speak for itself. Whoa, that's cool. I enjoy driving, right? And
Mhm.
that'll get you off the fence. I think there's only so much in pitching, so much in numbers, and here's what I did in story even that's gonna push people forward. I think it's that paired with go start and see for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Bullets before cannonballs for sure. Yeah, but and it's funny because a lot of people would have resistance of just like they can't see themselves doing it, and that's why I try and like that's where a lot of
It's
my
real.
content is just like this is the POV. This is me driving to go like this is a dedicated trip to go buy a used couch with the intent of reselling it for profit. This is what it
Mm-hmm.
looks like. This is what a customer interaction looks like. This is what the conversation feels like when you're totally honest about your intentions,
Mm-hmm.
like just getting those out so that people can see it and get a feel for it and hopefully get rid of some of the fear. But it's not until somebody delivers a couch and then feels a stack of cash in their cup holder of just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it worked. Oh my God, that was a 500 profit just for doing 2 drives. That is
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say that paired with, and I'm the kind of person about a year ago now as well, I was closely interacting with your content, going, huh, in the back of my head, I am the
Yep.
kind of person that isn't dealing with, oh, I can't see myself doing that. I've resold for almost 10 years of some
Yeah.
sort. Like I love this game. I love markets and I like the entrepreneurial side to it. However, even the feeling of this, I have 3 pickups this week already, and it's Tuesday morning for me, so that's great.
Yep.
The people I bought from Sunday were both enthusiastic that I was coming, handing them money, not ripping them off. And they'd asked, well, are you going to keep this or something? I shared with both customers it was for resale. They were pumped that I was offering the service to get it out of there. And they were happy to help me load it in a trailer, happy to whatever. And
Hell
that feeling alone of like, oh, I'm not, some of the reseller world is a little bit of like, hey, I'm profiting off meeting needs, but not really adding service. It's a service business. For me to help people by getting rid of stuff on a deadline is amazing. It feels great. Like they're
yeah. Hmm.
pumped about it. I'm pumped about it. We both win. Um, I feel like that for me has almost made a bigger difference when I make a sale and make the cash. That's enabling me to keep doing this and to keep scaling. But at least from the last couple of weeks, knowing that I'm helping people by getting rid of their stuff they can't get rid of and that they don't want to donate is epic.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, they're our customer too, right?
They're a customer too. You've said that, and the more I act that out, the better time I have as a business owner, and the more vision I have for a business owner here. We're not, I'm just a flipper. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's so
and
much different than peddling
so much
PS3
different.
or
Yep,
PS5s that we bought on opening day, and you know what I mean? Yeah,
yep. It's yeah,
way
it's so much different. I mean, seriously, most people I bought from Australia too, or when I'm selling to, are so enthusiastic. I mean, women go, "Oh, tell my neighbors he was a couch guy," and it's great.
yeah, that's one thing. Every pickup I leave from, I make sure that they have my phone number, and I encourage them to save me in your phone as the couch guy, and like the referral, it's just so steady. Yeah.
That's what's up. I have my first referral pickup tomorrow. That was through a friend who had a family member who needed something gone. Sent a picture, and they were gonna pay a junk removal company, which you've talked about before, right? It's
Yep.
like I will take that. Sign me up.
Yippers. That's dope, man. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Cool beans. What's next? So you got
What's
4 lockers?
next here? So I don't have so goals full 4 lockers.
Okay.
Don't have 4 lockers. I haven't held enough cash to justify
Yep.
4 lockers just because it's all going back into inventory and a better inventory.
Yep.
And I'm learning what better inventory is at the same time just by analytics. I think my average sale time is about a week, but for my
Yep.
items that are going a little north of 2 weeks,
Yep.
I'm learning lessons on it, right? I have a locker and then I have a family rooms, like a living room I'm able to hold 3 sets, give or take,
Cool.
which has been killer for those products too, to be able, and this is helpful, I think, for people starting, using a space that is furnished for staging and having
Mm-hmm.
pictures there or something of that sort is kind of clutch, because people, if you keep your house well, people go, oh, wow, it's a good price for something that looks so nice. So I've
Yep.
had some really quick sales there. So it's essentially like having 2 10 by 25s.
Yeah, I wonder if I should be improving my listings by doing like AI staging to get it
Mm-hmm.
in on the concrete floor in a steel locker.
Yeah.
Might not paint the vision, but there is also the benefit of recognition, I think. I don't know whether there's any validity to the fact that people would spot my listings and just like, oh, Tim's got a new one kind of thing when they
Yeah.
see the steel walls in the locker. And lighting is king. It's not staging, it's lighting that's king. So
I
I'm not
think
messing with it.
staging matters though. I staged something yesterday at my locker, which isn't nice new steel. It's better than the ones I had before,
Yep.
like in the fall. But I did a stage on a 4-piece set that's
Mm-hmm.
like I need to get rid of. And it's been hard to sell. And the way this locker is set up and all of it sucks. I'm like, even if the lighting's good, I will not post that picture. Um, yeah, it's real. I wrestle with the integrity part though. It's like I don't want to put something unless I'm buying and taking pictures of customers' home, driveway, whatever. That's fine. I don't like, hey, I found a couple of resellers doing that where I'll watch the item get sold that I want and then they'll repost it and complete AI background to fit the vibe of the couch, like it's the what new page on the website. And just I feel like it, yeah, I feel like it
Oh,
doesn't set my
you don't like the
expectation.
AI backgrounds?
I like the AI background, but I think it needs to be kind of specialized, not just a, hey, load up a background that fits the feeling of this couch. Because now I'm seeing used couches in more good condition look like it's a West Elm,
Ah, yeah, it
page there,
improves
like
it.
that. And it's like
I understand.
I one don't want to deal with people asking questions and then confused and they find out it's a pre-owned couch. But I feel like there's an integrity thing that
Mm-hmm.
you could do that honestly, Ryan. Here's what the product is. I want people very well to see what they're getting. You do a good
Yeah.
job at that. They very much see exactly what they're getting, every flaw in it, and the head page, what do we call in the first picture? Whatever the first picture isn't off
Title
putting.
photo
It's yeah,
or
they know
cover photo.
exactly what they're getting. Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder if there's a happy medium of like a little bit
exactly.
clickbaity AI, but then immediately after the AI background's gone, now we're in a steel locker. And
Yeah,
then the third thing is a video of just like, all right, here's everything to
yeah,
all the reasons why you might not want it, kind of thing. I wonder if there's a sweet spot there. I haven't
yeah. There
gotten into
must be
AI.
something to clean stuff up a little bit, right? And create a focal point, maybe a little bit of vignette blur, like around the
Mm-hmm.
corners and stuff, just like stuff you'd see on YouTube thumbnails. But there's definitely a line to the clickbaity Mr. Beast esque, but you have no one
Yeah,
watching your videos
yeah,
thumbnail, and thumbnail that's well done.
for sure. Yeah, I think as long as the video is good, because you never want to be representing excellent condition when you've got good or fair, and then show up and have to
Mm-hmm.
renegotiate deliveries because you're powerless once you've done the drive.
Yeah,
They can send you hiking, or yeah,
yeah,
everything's got to match the video from the initial inspection for sure.
yeah. Yeah, videos are killer. Videos
Yeah,
are so great for. I learned this in the fall, but now with better product, furthermore, when I show up. Um, I'm almost surprised. Like, you don't have any questions? You're not testing any of it? They're just like, nope, I like it.
yeah.
There you
The
know.
one thing that sometimes they would still need more info after a really thorough video inspection is it comfortable? And it's bonkers how helpful it is to set up a tripod. So to hold the tripod so it doesn't look like a tripod, but then just plop it down and then go have a seat in it, and I'll sit down. Like I'll do it right now with this. Here's my puppies. They're both chilling. Of just like the video tour, and then I'm just like, all right, and here's a 6 foot, 240 pound frame sitting on it. Comfortably soft. This is definitely the high traffic. That's a really comfy seat. Of just like how worn in it is. You can really get a feel for like comfort just from a video inspection of sitting in the thing. But that description has saved me a lot of trips to the locker to do a showing. I'm just like, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's
Mm,
fine. And
that's
especially to
clever.
like to almost talk smack of just like, this is the soft seat, this one, like definitely big boy was sitting here or something like that, you know. But to get all that out, it has saved me quite a few drives to the locker where they're just like, yeah, okay, sweet, bring it by.
Yeah, I picked up on your in your video minute 60-second video inspection of having a seat and some description of something I
Yep.
listed yesterday. It's not really firm, almost like it was restuffed. Throwing that detail in, that's a helpful thing. But I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And if
I
it's
could
too low or
do that.
too deep to discourage, say, not senior friendly, that kind of thing. But and I'll always a line I've said a million times is I love this, but my dad would hate it. He'd say, "Oh, that's a long way up," when he stands up from it. And that's just like, oh, okay, it's deep and it's a lot to stand up from. Got it. But for millennials who are going to flop on it and watch Netflix, that's ideal. But for seniors who want to have a conversation set, no good. Are there any missing lessons in the program? Do you have any
Yes, so
requests?
let me answer that by describing what I go back to, because the
Okay,
program is gold in the sense of, yeah, I did the first, like, went through it initially in a sitting, but now to refer back to things as I'm learning lessons. Sometimes after I have a negative experience with something I didn't do right, we'll go back and review content. Very helpful. What is my most reviewed, and I feel like it could even be elaborated on furthermore, is still what to buy, specifically what we're looking at in listings. I feel like the live full shop, I feel like if you remade it, you could make it so much better now, just by the way your quality of content, voiceover stuff has exceeded. I feel
cool,
like the standard that video is held to compared to the standard of your Instagram content now, like I feel like there's a gap you could bridge. That'd be a helpful tool.
cool.
And obviously styles flow a little bit over time. I don't think much of that's out though. Um,
Would it be worth replacing or just adding to? Like, if I dropped a new full
yeah,
shop every week, would there probably be nuggets worth watching?
that'd be nuggets, because really the hardest skill to teach, obviously, is the how to spot value, how to spot quality, and then the follow up on the communication front. Yeah, the little the small videos you added have been clutch. You have a segment of that in the live stream that I've reviewed at least 6 times. Um,
Cool.
as you're going through, like, these are my sold listings, the pictures, giving prices and kind of describing what each listing was like. This sold quick. This took a long time to sell. All of that stuff is helpful to have every detail possible. I
Sick.
think a lot of those details just look like, yeah. So yeah, if you added, even if you did that 2 or 3 times, that'd be so valuable to me.
Noted.
Um, additionally, yeah, like I was like, what I've reviewed the most certainly is the couches to look for part 1 through 3. As I kind of, start messaging people and compare and contrast here. That way I have an idea in my mind of what X is selling for, so I don't overbuy. Like,
Sick.
or so I'm not emotionally tied to something when I go, bro, it's a $300 profit, I should move on. Additionally, I think there's more to teach on listing too. Um, like the doing a live list on new inventory, that's great. On live listing of like what you're thinking of on price in real time, what you're thinking of when you took the pictures. I think every module taught me all those steps, but there's something about bringing it all together that could be helpful. I feel like
Cool.
when I'm listing still, which we're always doing running testers, I'm still kind of interacting with AI and double checking things on my listings and kind of going for some, I don't know if there's something I'm missing here. And it'd almost be helpful to have a video that's the second set of eyes, or almost like the teacher's copy, the guide that the TA is comparing to,
Cool.
which you do it's a pretty good job at, but it's like you do a full repost. So you're showing how we repost and cross post. I feel like an initial, cool, we got 6 things to list. And, then you can add in a section there where you're doing Facebook groups as well and showing what that looks like. And if you do it all at the same time, I feel like
Cool.
a more live buy and just like getting us in your head and your mind. And the same for listing, which obviously, basic components to it. I feel like those would be most
Yeah, that's
helpful.
really
Then
helpful.
lastly, little clips of ping pong conversations. I've gotten a pretty good job now at finding my voice, having honest and genuine interactions with people I'm buying and selling from. But
Mhm.
something I noticed the other week of like, we don't have a lot that you've shared, at least on the course, when it comes to that person you hit up going, hey, is this still available? Does it need any repairs or restorations? Of the follow up. And part of why I think that's important for a greater tool is because the goal is to make this conversation as short as possible, but as effective as possible. So I've gotten to habit now. I almost start up 2 conversations if I do it by a day a week, to where I almost can't keep up with all these messages later on. So before I know it, I'm messaging people from 2 weeks ago going, oh, my apologies. And um, I feel like, I imagine you could better equip a prospect, this student, to learn how to play ping pong here. We're trying to get ball out of our side, but do so in a way that's respectful, do so in a way that values the customer, but also is quick to the point.
Cool.
Like I have all the strategy down the head, but I feel like some of the like, hey, do this to like push forward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's more there to teach, more there for me to learn.
Sick. That's really helpful. Yeah, part of me wants to just do a full rewrite and just like one module at a time, just redo the 2026 version because that's 2023, and obviously I'm a different animal
That's
now.
right.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah.
I think there's value in that. I think so much of it can be simplified too, which is rad.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a modules front, like some of them could be condensed. You did that well when you reposted the what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my initial thing. No, I still go back to this. This is such a good tool. It's like a good book, and most of it's timeless. It's not like this is dated, but you
Yep.
are a different animal with a different social media experience now and media presence. To
Yeah.
learn.
Alrighty, I'm gonna miss my window to work out. I'm gonna skedaddle. I love you. I'm so proud of you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Tim. Love you,
Keep
bro.
me posted, dude.
Will do.
Okay. Cheers.
Bye.